Okay, so welcome to episode 3 of General Chit Chat, and today I'm joined with Rab from Morbid Pixels. Sorry. So, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Yourself?
I'm good, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming on.
No,
Uh,
no bother. It's a pleasure.
yeah, good, good. So Morbid Pixels. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I started Morbid Pixels back in 2015. I always had an interest in photography, but I was always found over in Northern Ireland it was a wee bit bland and boring. I thought I would come in and just blow the whole thing apart. Um, you know,
Yeah, you're all right. Take your time, man. Take your time. I've followed your work for a while, and it has a darker kind of feel to it. It's all right. Don't worry. You're all right. No, it has a bit of a darker feel to it than your average photography session. So, what started that?
yeah. Well, I got medically retired from Royal Mail, and fell in the bout of depression, and I needed something, as an outlet. Um, so I started photography, and actually I used to go out and just photograph wildlife, and just to get out of the house. Um, and then I decided to go into something else. Now I always loved horror. I've loved it from a young age. It's a big inspiration in my life, and I thought, why not mix both? So I brewed up my first ever famous blender blood, and I could never get any models to actually help me. So I had to use all my friends, all covered in sticky blood. But ever since I did my first shoot, as I say in 2015, Morbid has really, really blew up. And it's getting there, and it's a way for me to pour like my how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling down, it means it's a channel for me to.
You were saying there about trying to do like something positive with the negative, like kind of part of your life. You wanted to turn it around, and that's kind of the darker feel to it.
Yeah, yeah, and that there's me getting out my depression in through Morbid and the photography. The dark side is how I feel, and then the beautiful image at the end of it is the positive outcome of it.
Yeah.
And that there's the way I look at it, and it has really really helped me. Because I'm always thinking, I'm always doing, I'm always shooting, I'm always planning, where I don't give my mind the time to rest or think about anything negative, where it's always poured into Morbid and how I could improve it. Um, so.
No, cool. So without going into any more detail than you're comfortable with, the depression side of things. So you're medically retired. That was what did you say you had a back injury? Was it? Or?
Yeah, actually happened in 2010. I had a bit of backache, and unfortunately it was forced out on a delivery. I'm not going to get into it, but I did a lot of nerve damage to the base of my back, and I couldn't continue working. So there's how I became medically retired, and from that's where the depression stemmed from.
Okay. Okay.
Where you're thinking, I'm worthless. I can't get out to work. What am I going to do? Because
spend all day sitting in the house.
yeah, you
and
leave school and you train and you work, and this is all new to you.
Yeah.
Not working and feeling. And then we just had our daughter Evie, and it's like, what kind of dad are you going to be? And then that piles into it. But I tell you, from I picked up that camera, it's just like everything has disappeared. I do get sometimes where I do feel a bit down, but it's like, kick yourself up the backside and right, get out there and do it. At the end of the day, nobody else is going to do it. You're the person. You have to be strong. You have to get out there and just focus your negative energy into something positive. And as I say, now I have Morbid, and that's my wee positive thing I have in my life.
Yeah. Well, I think I said before. In my opinion, one of the things is you have to have goals. If you don't have anything to do, that you just spend all day in your head. So you have
Big
to
time. Yeah.
give yourself something to do, an outlet. And Morbid, like I say, I've followed it for quite a while. Like it's really really cool stuff. I love the horror feel to it. Massive horror fan myself, and anything zombie wise.
What's your favourite image?
y- of
Of mine,
yours.
yeah.
There's what is it? There's is it a girl called Sophie? She's in the bath, and it's just like
Ah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
bloody bath. There, I think that's one of my favorites up
I'm
there. Like,
actually planning a new bloodbath shoot,
okay,
so I am. Yeah,
yeah, no, they're cool. Like,
that's all shot in my bathroom, by the way.
is it? Yeah,
Yeah, my
okay.
wife nearly murders me. Actually, it's nearly my blood in the bath when she sees the state of it.
Very good, very good. You were saying there before as well. It's like you get your was it your son? Is it that mixes up the
Yeah,
blood? Like,
yeah.
that's
He
the whole family's in.
his nickname's Morbid Matthew.
Morbid Matthew.
He makes all the blender blood. He knows all the recipe for it. And my
Excellent.
daughter, she comes in from school when because I used to shoot from the house. I had a studio in the house, and she used to come in from school and like say if I was doing a special effects shoot, a zombie or something, she would come in and take a selfie with the model and then post it on her Instagram and says like, "How cool is my dad?"
Brilliant.
You know, so yeah, it's
Excellent,
so
excellent.
family. And my wife used to come in and mop up the blood.
All right. Okay.
So it is a whole family thing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so recently you started then a Monday morning headshot.
Yeah, it's a
Coffee
wee
morning?
coffee and a headshot morning. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what's the goal there? What do you?
What it was I always took a Monday off because I'm so busy over the weekend. Like you know, most guys that are in like tattoo, you always take a Monday off because you know
Yep. That's why we're
they're
here
so
today,
busy. You
you
know, yeah. And I was like, what am I doing on my Monday? You know, I spend all weekend and all most of the week working, and here's me. I'm gonna spend my day off working. But I've actually moved my studio down to the Woodstock Road, and it's just above a wee bistro called Piccola Parma. They do the best Italian coffee ever, and their fries are great too.
A wee bit of advertising there.
Okay. I want some discount off my rent. Yeah,
Free coffee.
yeah. So I was thinking, you know, why not just combine, you know, my new surroundings because it's such a positive atmosphere in the cafe, you know, where the guys have run it, and here's me, you know, I'm a studio upstairs, you know. So why not just put a wee thing together where people could come in. You know, you don't have to be like you don't have to suffer from mental health. You know, if you're lonely in the house and you want to get out for a chat, you know, put it there, and then you can come out, grab a coffee, tea or a coke, or even a water. And they cater for vegans and vegetarians and everything else.
Brilliant.
You know, so come along and have a chat with me, and then go up in the studio and get a headshot, and you know, you know, you don't have to, you know, you can just talk about anything. So there's what I do, but I'm hoping to get a big collage of everybody that's come in to have a chat and make a big massive poster.
Yeah. Okay.
So I
that's
am
cool.
of everybody, you know, that I've had in with me.
Yeah.
And
okay.
then just after whatever a year or a year and a half, put it all together and just, you know, give it to the people that, you know,
Let
come and
have
had a
been in,
chat.
like, yeah.
So, you know, so.
Oh, that's a really nice idea, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. It's like what I'm loving about having started this podcast is I'm finding more and more people out there that are actually trying to do wee support groups to try and basically help people that have been through something themselves. And I seen that headshot, that coffee headshot thing, and I thought that's excellent because I hate having my photograph taken, man. It's one of those really uncomfortable things.
I'm the same.
think.
That's why I stand behind the
Just
camera.
yeah, fair. Do it. That's why this is audio only and no visuals, man. For me,
Yeah, that's why I said, yeah, when he asked me to do it, I was like, yes.
Yeah. Don't
I'll
have
grab
to
a
be seen.
selfie with you, like, after,
Oh,
so,
yeah,
you know, but we'll have to
100%.
get the angles right.
Yeah. No, listen.
The
I'll let
lighting.
you take this one. So, no, it's cool, man, and it's like, are you getting many people coming down for it? Is it working well? Is it...
One morning, you know, you could have nobody down, and then the next you could have 3, 4, but you know what I mean? It's not all about getting people in, it's getting people, you know, thinking about it, and, you know, maybe there is people that want to come down but can't come down, you know, and then maybe the next week, they could come down and go like, you know what? So if nobody comes down, I never see it as a negative thing or something, you know, I always see it as I'm there. You know, if I can even get one person in and even make a wee influence in their life, or you know, even just listen to them, then that's my job done. You know, whenever I was suffering, you know, I was lucky. I had a load of friends and family and all that, you know, had my back. And my wife is a big thing of, you know, recovery for me, because she's always been there for me. You know, some people don't have that.
Yeah, there's.
You know, they don't have the support in this country. It's awful when you suffer from mental health, because there's not the resources there to help. There's, you know, there should be more for people, you know, that, you know, where they could go for help, and this is where the likes of me and you start wee things going like this, because it's always the people that are actually there to start up the things, because you can't rely on the government or anything.
Definitely
It's
not.
us. It's us taking our own time out to help people.
Yeah, no, and it's great. There are definitely more and more people out there, like trying to help people, and it's great to see, man. And hitting that. I've had, a lot of people contact me, and there's people wanting to come on and chat, but you try to set a date with them, and they panic or they ignore the message, and all of a sudden it becomes very real that they might actually have to talk about their problems. And
It's pretty intimidating, by the way.
it is, it is, to be fair. But the thing is, it's like I, I understand. Like if they can't make it, like they don't have to, and
Yeah.
like I've give everybody the option as well that if they want to come on, we can do it anonymously.
Yeah.
One of the big things that people reach out at the minute seems to be financial stress. I'm hearing more and more people talking about the financial stress, like your thing there, saying about being medically retired and then not being able to get out to work again, and it is a big factor for people. I've had a few, especially like fathers. I think suicide rates in Northern Ireland are it's predominantly a male
yeah.
issue. Like, and it's not to say that women aren't out there committing suicide, but it's definitely a more it seems to be a bigger problem for men, and I don't know why that is.
Do you know what I mean? With this country, it's like there's hardly any investment or anything positive in it. Anything. Whenever I was younger, there was always youth clubs. There was always things for kids to do. Where now there's nothing. There's no funding for nothing. It goes into the wrong areas. It used to be jobs. I remember when I was 18. When I finished my trade, I went into one place. They laid me off. Now a week later, I was able to go into another job. Where there isn't that in Northern Ireland anymore.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think
there's
so.
so many closures of businesses. As I say, there's no financial help for businesses. For small businesses get crippled. And there's no real positive outlook for the youth now.
Yeah.
And that there could lead to it. But thank goodness there's people like yourself and others that are out, trying to help and
Doing a wee bit, yeah.
It's like I've started taking on kids' work experience from school, and a lot of with my morbid work and all. I get a lot of messages, from kids that are between 16 and 18. Man, I want to come and I want to learn from you, and I bring them along and shoot.
Brilliant.
I always go to them like, just get up, just do it. See if it's in your head, just go do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. See if it's in your heart and your head, you will do it. Don't let anyone ever dictate. And I get them over, and I teach them. You don't have to be one-dimensional with photography or art. Break the rules. If nobody doesn't like it, if you like it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You do it if it makes you feel good. Do it.
You've done
Yeah.
something that you created. Well, that's kind of I wanted to do at least one episode. I was like, do this podcast, get really out of my comfort zone, and just do one episode and see if I can do another one. And it's I felt really really uncomfortable doing it. What actually like one of the things that stuck with me was we were at the London Tattoo Convention there, me, Jackson, Shannon, and we're sitting having a few beers late at night back in the apartment. And Jax, I had said about wanting to do a podcast. This is back in September, like, and Jax just turned to me and goes, "Paul, there's talkers and there's doers, and you keep talking about this, but I really want to fucking believe you're a doer, so you better do this fucking podcast." And that's kind of stuck with me the whole time. Like leading up to this, I was like, he gave me a big chance for the tattooing, and it means a lot to me. And like the guy changed my life, because I did bar work for years, didn't want to do bar work anymore, and it was really really getting me down. And then I started working with my cousin doing plastering, and wasn't really for me. And I came in here one day, and Yeah, the guy gave me a chance, like, and changed my life, man. It means a lot to me to have done that. So
Yeah.
when I'm sitting there in London and he goes, you know, you better fucking do this. I was kind of like, I better actually, you know. So, but that's it. You know, you gotta go out and
That's
do
it. Yeah.
something, and you gotta change.
Nobody else is gonna do it.
That's it.
You know,
You know,
nobody else is gonna wipe your backside. It's you get out there and you do it.
yeah,
And I'm determined to make Morbid one of the main alternative photography places in the UK. You know, that's my ambition.
I would say
You know.
probably the main one in Northern Ireland, are you?
The only one that
The only
does
one?
what I do. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's fucking cool, man. That's
Oh, it
cool.
is.
Like,
But it's good that you can take something so negative like your mental health and then flip it round to produce something positive.
yeah,
You know, I'm sitting here, my anxiety's killing me, like, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm here, I'm sitting, I'm talking about it, you know. I might have made a few mistakes and stuff, but if I get this out, if people are aware of my Monday mornings, you know, as I say, if one person calls in, I'm happy. If
Yeah.
nobody calls in, at least I'm there. You know, I'll not give up on it.
what time do you do it from?
10 to 12.
10 to
So I
12.
do, yeah, and
Yeah,
then
excellent.
and then it means I can, you
Yeah.
know, go. It's easily. But I was thinking about maybe starting an afternoon one because some people mightn't be able to come in the morning
Yeah.
because I've had a few messages. You know, if I wasn't working, you know,
Well,
would-
lunch hour might actually
yeah.
be.
But I was actually thinking about alternative places. You know, I was thinking about I'm friends with Tom Craig over at Glory Days Tattoo.
Okay, yeah.
I was talking to his wife Mel, and thinking about maybe doing an evening over there. You know, or contacting a few, you know,
Yeah.
tattoo studios,
Okay.
and see if you know, get a wee get together, you know, and see if anybody wanted to go over there, or even Starbucks, or you know,
Yeah, yeah.
somewhere where you can go and grab as I say a coffee, you know, but you're not forced to drink a coffee.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
get tier water. They always say.
Yeah, it's funny that, like you said, you want to grab a coffee and people are like, "Oh, don't like coffee." It's like, well, there's other options.
I know somebody actually shared one of my posts, and somebody come through and says, "Do you know coffee is something blah blah blah? It triggers your mental health." And I went, "It's just a saying.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to drink coffee. You know, there's other things. There's cordial, there's
There's
water, there's green tea, there's decaffeinated. You know,
Yeah.
you see."
Yeah. See, this is it. Some people are very literal, aren't they? And
Yeah,
it's,
you always get somebody coming trying to rein in your parade, like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it. Horror movies, man. What's your favorite?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah.
So it is. Yeah, that was that was one of the first movies that I watched. It was actually 8. It was actually the same age as my son Matthew. My granny and granda.
You let him watch it.
The other ones, yeah. My granny and granda used to love horror, and they used to rent out VHSs from the wee video shop round the corner. And me and my sister used to sneak down and had like slots on the stairs.
Yeah.
And we used to sneak, and we watched all the horror movies, and they didn't know, they probably knew we were there, but we always said, they can't see us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, everything, and from then it was like, bang, I love this. But I moved away from mainstream, more commercial horror, to like budget, like
Okay.
America, you know, American and German horror,
Okay.
where it's like low budget,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
splatter movies.
Like Wreck, man. Have you seen Record? Wreck, the Spanish
Yes,
one,
yes.
and the zombies and they Americanized the shit out of that, and it was crap. But the original Spanish one is fantastic. So it is.
There's 2 movies that really inspired Morbid. Well, it's actually a trilogy in one. It's actually a trilogy called August Underground by Toe Tag. It's Fred Vogel. He's over in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I have every edition of all of his movies. I'm a big fan. And another movie called The Gateway Meet by Ron DeCaro. He's American as well.
Okay.
You know, really graphic, but really practical effects, and oh man, they're awesome. If you haven't seen them and you love horror, go check them out. I think you can buy them on their websites.
Maybe stick the links up afterwards, so we'll
Yeah,
for them. Like.
But I have a load. I have a big cabinet all, and I have like DVDs. Like there's, you know, these movies. There's like 1,000 of them just printed.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and sometimes you get 500. They're that limited.
Okay.
But there's been some good stuff over in Germany and stuff. In Austria, it's been released, really splatter. You know, I just
Okay.
love the bloodier the better.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, have you
yeah.
seen Brain Dead by Peter Jackson?
Yes, absolutely.
That
That's
there is.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and Brain Dead. Yeah.
My one of the things I really really miss about Rick was my birthday presents and Christmas presents from him. He used to always. I remember the first time he bought me one, and it was Zombie Apocalypse, and like is it the Hammer House
Yeah,
horror movie
yeah.
collection? He bought me Zombie Apocalypse and American Psycho, and I'd set it down in the living room in my parents' house, and my mum's looking at it like, what the fuck is wrong with you two? You know, and I'm thinking this is the best Christmas. Everybody like all the other presents. I get this like wee £2 DVD and American Psycho, and yeah, it was like really really splattery. Like low budget but practical effects, and they're amazing. They're absolutely
That's
amazing.
what
I
me
had
and my
loads of
sister
them.
do at Christmas. She got me the Wrong Turn box set because I love Killer Hillbillies.
Oh yeah,
And I would get her like t-shirts and stuff. And my mum would be the same, like these are demented, but you know what I mean. It's makes you unique. At least
yeah,
you're not like a
absolutely.
clone. You're an
Yep,
individual.
that's it.
But ever since, Texas Chainsaw has always been my number one. Because it was the first one to actually spark the love for horror, and that's why I actually did a morbid take on Leatherface, where it was a girl, Holly. She came and we gave her a skin mask and all. Tony Campbell, he made the skin mask, and that's where that came from. But the only thing is, it was funny. It's supposed to be the Texas Chainsaw, but I forgot to Photoshop Michigan sign
Okay.
from the chainsaw, and it was the Michigan
Yeah. Okay.
Chainsaw Massacre, and I was
Right.
like, dope.
Oh shit.
And I'd
Okay.
release, with the
Yeah.
so
So it was
kinda-
out there already.
yeah, but you got the gist of it anyway.
Yeah. Well, here then. That's cool. Like, for me, horror movie wise, like I think the old what is it my cousin Angela was babysitting us, and I definitely wasn't even in high school, like, and we watched Nightmare on Elm Street, and that was fucking awful at 8, like, but then it was a few years later, my friend Michael was staying over, and we were watching, it was the very first time I'd seen Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and it was fucking incredible, like, and it just like the whole groovy bit.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. And then for his 30th, we actually his wife. I think it's a wee cinema in Cumber, and the guy does like I put the Evil Dead 2 on, so we went up and it
Oh,
had all these
sweet.
like it's like a classic cinema. It's built in his garage. I think it holds about 30 people or so, and when you went in, it had all these like posters from like 1920s, 1950s style horror movies all on the wall. And we went in and we're watching Evil Dead 2, and when it gets to that bit, Michael was sitting just in the row in front of me, and it gets to that bit where he says groovy, and the fucking grin on his face when he turned around, he's like, "Did you see it?" It's like, man's fucking 40 feet screen. Like, yes, we did see it. Like, it was but a great movie, man. Love it. Still love it to this day. It's probably one of my favorites. But Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead's my favorite horror movie. The original George A. Romero.
I actually went to see Goblin. They did the soundtrack for it. I actually went to see them at the waterfront, and they were playing live while the movie was playing.
Oh wow.
And it was awesome because I love it as well. I have all the editions, but the best one is the Arrow.
Okay.
It's like have you seen any of the Arrow DVDs?
No.
Well, they do re-releases of old movies, but have like awesome artwork, and it comes with posters and all. They're collector's items now.
Okay.
It's about 60 quid to buy it.
Okay.
But that their edition's quality. But CC and Goblin play the score while the movie's playing.
That would have been incredible.
Man, it was awesome.
And
So it was.
where was that? That was in.
That was in Waterfront.
Waterfront?
So it was,
Oh, that
yeah, a
would've
few
been
years
fantastic.
ago.
Yeah, that would've
Sister
been great.
actually got it for a birthday present.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
know what I mean?
Cool. Well, there you go. Like, yeah, that's right down there. Like, yeah, yeah. No, horror movies, man, they're great. I don't get to see enough of them. You're talking about like foreign cinema. I think La Horde. Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
It's
yeah.
fucking great.
It's good, like,
It's
so
great.
it
See
is.
that first zombie that comes out of the toilet after they kill him, and then like he's like one of the Urkai, so he
Yeah.
is from Lord of the Rings, and just this big guy. And then the fight scene with the woman in the one of the apartments, and it's the female cop, and it's like using everything. It's really really raw, and it seems to be done in like one take almost. But it's
Yeah.
like using the fridge and everything. They just try and like it's awesome,
It's good,
awesome. Like
good flick, like.
yeah, definitely. Um,
But it did what it did. What was it? I think it was a couple of weeks before Christmas. You know the Strand Movie House
yeah, yeah.
over in East Belfast. They were showing Gremlins 1 on the big screen,
Oh, amazing.
and I took my daughter and her mates for her birthday,
Ooh,
and they all loved it. Gremlins in the big screen, it's like awesome because I love Gremlins.
yeah.
And
We went.
apparently they're making a remake or
Oh wow.
third,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's like rumblings.
Hopefully, hopefully it's not CGI, man. Or really puppets, man. And
No, it was like I love
The
the
Thing.
Conjuring.
did you see it? Oh right.
The
Okay.
Conjuring, the first one was awesome, and I was watching the second one, and it's whenever they're staying in the neighbour's house, and it says I forget what it is, but the old umbrella man's walking through. I just turned it off because it was awful. But me and my wife were sitting the other night, and it's like, no, Netflix, you've watched everything on it. It's like, there's a Conjuring too, and I watched it and watched through it, and it was really really good. So
Okay.
it was.
Yeah. Not a bad movie.
I really love the Nun.
Okay.
I love the character.
I've seen
in the Nun,
I've seen lots of pictures of
but
it.
I don't think they done the movie. It could have been a bit better. But
Okay.
That's my
Have you
opinion.
done any? You've done a few nun shoots, have you?
I have, yeah, the Morbid Nun I did with
Yeah.
Heather.
Okay.
So I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Patty cakes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Very
I
cool.
did, yeah. We got a.
I actually was designing a tattoo around that image of yours. Actually,
Right.
so it was a while ago. Yeah, it was like.
Did it ever anything ever come of it?
No, it was supposed to be a big back piece, so it was going to be like a big demon in the background with the nun, and I just happened to have seen like your picture, and I was like, God, that's the pose I actually need because I think she's holding a heart or something
Yeah,
in it.
so, yeah, lamb's heart.
Yeah, so yeah, it was. I started using that as a reference point, so I did. So it was
I actually had I got contacted there way last year by a tattoo artist, Owen Copeland.
okay.
He's not with us anymore. He wanted to do one of my zombie ones. It was the one where the face is like eating, like ready to eat the brain.
Okay.
He wanted the tattoo on, on somebody, but unfortunately he's not here with us.
No.
So I'm still waiting to get that one image
Yeah.
tattooed on the
Yeah.
Sunday, a Morbid image, yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
But you know what? You asked me there. What is the goal of Morbid? My goal for Morbid is to do a Dawn of the Dead or a Walking Dead style wedding.
Oh, okay.
See, if I do that, I'm retiring.
Yeah,
I'm hanging
yeah.
up the camera and
That's
the blood,
it.
and I'm
Go out in
retiring.
a high. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to do that, like a big zombie horde at a wedding.
Yeah, that would be. Do you know what? We'll put that out there. Like, you know.
Yeah, discount rate, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Here, man, that would be cool. There's bound to be somebody somewhere who wants to do that. Like, people do some weird shit at weddings. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
people get married by Elvis for fuck's sake. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, yeah, no, that would be cool, man. I don't really think we've much more to cover, really, do we?
The
Like,
thing
it's-
is me and Sarah Blair, that's my makeup artist, we're planning some awesome shoots. We're actually planning a series of like mental health shoots.
okay.
Where do you ever see the image and it's the person crouched over and like the demons coming out, like the depression's coming out of their back?
Ooh.
We're gonna try and recreate that in a Morbid style and just, try and do a series of images
Okay.
with
yeah.
Morbid and depression to try, highlight struggles and stuff.
Yeah.
And, so we're planning that.
No, that'll be cool.
So
That'll
we
be
are.
cool. And who are you planning that with? Sorry.
Sarah Blair.
Sarah Blair.
She's a very, very talented makeup artist.
Okay.
I met her a couple of years ago. I was doing stills for a wee student movie,
okay.
and she was there, and I was talking to her, and I was like, "Do you fancy doing some Morbid shoots?" She's like that me with Morbid shoots, and I was like, "Yeah, like horror." She's like, "Yeah," and first time she came over, we hit it off. Yeah, now she's like part of the furniture. She's like one of my best friends, and she's a big driving force with Morbid as well. Without her, yeah, Morbid wouldn't be Morbid,
Okay.
because everybody always goes, and I get all the credit because I'm the one taking the photos.
Yeah, but there's
But it's all the people behind the scenes never get,
any credit,
and
like
she's
like
her
your son.
skill. Yeah, yeah. Well, leave my house. He's happy enough to be the backroom blood man.
That's it.
So he is.
So
But
how many people are in the team then? Really, like.
well, it's only me and Sarah. And then I've actually started to do and plan more editorial type shoots.
Okay.
So I've actually got some hairstylists coming along. So we're going to be working with them and get some crazy hairstyles going.
Okay, that's cool.
Because we're trying, I was talking to a hairstylist, it's kind of like, I have an idea for a shoot. It's like, what's your idea? And he says, I want to bring the forest in the studio. 3 hours, like, okay.
Okay.
This is my kind of thing. It's all
Yeah.
like, you're batshit crazy, you
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, but she says, yeah, so, we're trying to add a wee bit more, something a wee bit different, rather than just me throwing blood around people,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy if I go and do like something that is really polished and really, a wee bit bright. It's if I post it, it doesn't do half as good as like I posted that one. All it was an IKEA net,
Okay.
and the girl was just covered in blender blood. Just put her hands out. It's got like near 140 likes on Instagram. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know
like
it.
that's so basic.
Yeah.
I didn't. She just came with her makeup done, and I was like, it's the basic things people like. See, when I overcomplicate
Man, it's
shit,
the same with
like
tattoos. It's the same with tattoos. People fucking like they want designs, and you do these really big, fancy, like like. I just start building on it and building on it and building on it, and then you end up with somebody going, "No, I just wanted this wee simple rose." Like see the wee like plain, just simple line work. That's
Mhm.
it. Anytime I post a picture of that, there it gets hundreds of likes or
Yeah.
comments, and then you do this big, massive, like 10-hour piece.
epic piece. It's just like what?
It's like 5 people like it. It's like
I'm going to ask
fucking
you a
work, but I
question
didn't-
while I'm here, right? I get it all the time. Do you ever get messages? How much?
Yeah.
Or much?
Much, just the word much.
And then a question mark?
Yeah,
You don't.
much. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that drives me nuts.
Me
Much.
too. I thought I was the only one.
No.
I must have asked about 10 tattoo artists. Like, yes, we get it as well. And
Yeah.
how much is it for a sleeve? It's like somebody came through to me the other day. Because actually, I do weddings as well. Because I need to fund Morbid.
Yeah.
But now Morbid's funding the other one. Because
Okay.
I'm focusing more on Morbid.
Yeah, okay.
But somebody comes through and says, how much for a wedding? I was like, do I have to answer this? It's
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, it's your business. Just says, well, what kind of wedding is it? It could be a civil ceremony, it could be a short one, it could be a long one. It's like writing out, and at the end of it's it's okay.
Yeah.
After I took time, writing all the price lists, it's okay.
Yeah, see, that's bullshit. I got, what was it, when we were in London, I got a message from a guy says, look at my hands done, mate, much, right? And because I didn't reply within half an hour, he blocked me.
Do you not get question mark?
No,
three?
it just
usually one, and then it goes two, three,
I think I got
and
one.
then blocked.
I got one and then I got blocked. Yeah, really, really weird, man. It's yeah. I had a guy recently. He sent me a message on a Sunday night saying, "How much will you tattoo me for, mate?" And I says, well, "What do you want tattooed?" And he didn't reply. And then literally the same time the following week, Sunday night, 11:45, he messages me again. How much will you tattoo me for, mate? I says, again, dude, like, what is it you're actually after? And normally I wouldn't entertain a message on a Sunday night at that time, but
Yeah, I'm the same.
I replied anyway, and then he started phoning me. I'm like, man, are you fucking kidding me? Like, So I hung up. I was like, look, I'm not answering the phone Sunday night. Studio hours are open this time. You're welcome to contact me then. However, if you send me through a design, I'll give you a rough estimate. And he sent me through something. I'm not even going to say what it was, but I was just like, I'm not tattooing that, man. It's not kind of what I want to do with my art. Like, it's not how I want to showcase my skills. So you had to turn some people down. And then we're also up against. I mean, I think a big problem with for photographers, not with photographers, for photographers is actually Instagram, because everybody feels like they're a photographer now. Do you know?
Everyone's a photographer until they have to switch on auto.
Yeah, that's it. So you basically, I've heard of a few people getting their friends to take photographs for their weddings just because they take good Instagram
See, now
pictures.
you say that. See, last year, I got 2 cancellations. Like, it was for weddings, and it was, I messaged them, because I always do, like, 2 to 3 consultations with them to, get what they want, get a list, get the gist of what the day they want. And I sent the guys a message, says, yeah, you up for a meet? And they're like, sorry, we forgot to message you, but we'll have this uncle and he has a camera. And I went, right, no bother.
Yeah.
There must be David Bailey, these uncles, like,
Yeah.
and two cancellations.
My uncle
Because they
has a
found this
camera.
uncle.
Yeah, amazing.
And I'm like, no bother, I don't even argue, I get my deposit, so.
Yeah, well, I had like, obviously tattoos cost X amount of pounds. There's a reason they cost a lot of money, especially for us. We're a custom house tattoo studio, so we tend not to rip off other people's designs, whereas there's a lot of studios out there that are doing that. So there's a lot of work goes into actually getting your tattoo ready before it's on your skin. and I had a girl recently actually, a guy and a girl, but one of them messaged me how much for this design, and I gave them the price, and they're like, "Oh, I know somebody that'll do it for, like basically it was a £600 tattoo, and somebody was going to do it for 50, and I was like, right, okay, no worries,
Was it on that
yeah,
shit tattoo thing on Instagram?
it should be.
Like the lagger?
Well, I can't. Normally for people like that, they're actually just kind of like remove them from Facebook because they're never going to be, or from my messaging list because they're never going to.
But you know what I think has been the worst thing on Facebook? The buy and sale groups.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you get a lot of somebody. I put a post up telling people, asking people not to tag me and stuff in the buy and sale things, because my prices are different from others, and you get one like, oh, it's unbelievable. See the undercutting in photography,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
wild. Somebody's offering to do a 10-hour shoot plus editing for £350. You know what I mean? 10 hours. Who else would work
Yeah, yeah.
10 hours for
Plus
with editing? So
Yeah.
you're talking about 20+ hours for,
Yeah.
and that's traveling and everything,
Yeah.
and wear and tear on your gear. And I'm like, you know what? And that's what kind of like whenever I first started, I really really enjoyed doing weddings.
Yeah.
Because you could mostly get creative freedom, but now it's so cutthroat. People have a camera and like bang, it's like guys with a tattoo gun. I'll do it for £30, and then you get it, and it's like it's black blob. And
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
any chance you could fix this for me? It's like you can't.
Yep. No, there's a guy again on my Facebook. He put up this design of and it was this guy I follow on Instagram does makes skulls. Jack of Lust, right? He makes these like really weird skulls, and he's got one. You got to look at it, man. Actually, I think you'd really like it. It's a skull, but it's a heart,
Right.
and so it's got like the valves coming out of the top of it. So I'd used that reference to do a design, and it had wings coming out of the side of it. And I messaged this guy, and I'd say like, here, man, like, he had posted an image that somebody had done something similar, and he basically said, oh, I would love this. And he says, well, look, man, I actually have a stencil ready to go for a client that didn't turn up. I'll do a discounted rate on it because it's ready to go. And when I told him how much, he's like, nah, mate, I'm getting it for 150. And it was maybe like a £600 tattoo. And when I seen he was getting it done in some guy's kitchen.
Well, you can't beat a good old scratcher.
Oh fuck, man! But he's getting it like it's a chess piece. Like, I mean, see if you're sitting at your mate's house and somebody has a tattoo machine and they're like, "Here, let me tattoo a wee stick man on you," then fucking go for it. Like, whatever, like fine. But see when you're getting a chess piece,
I know.
go to the
know.
professionals. And it's the same when it comes to weddings. It's like my friend Johnny. Actually, I've talked about him twice now on the podcast. He does. He used to have his own photography business. He did weddings, and he really fell out of love with them. Like,
I'm a same.
and now he does street shoot NI, I think is his,
Right.
his thing, and his Instagram handle street shoot NI, and he goes around and he takes photographs. He's kind of like doing the Humans of New York thing, so he's just doing it in Belfast. He just
Yeah.
goes and does a bit of street photography. It's just a hobby he has, like. But his thing for a while, I don't know if he's still doing it, was fear. So he would go up and he would ask people, as he was about to take their photograph, what's your biggest fear? And some of them are crazy. Like, I can't really remember any of them right now, but there's some really profound fears that people have. Like, it's
See, whenever I was, as I say, when I got retired from Royal Mail, I went back to college and studied my A-levels and went to Queen's and studied psychology. But whenever I was doing my A-levels, there was we were doing psychology, and it was about fears.
okay.
Some girl had a fear of flapping blinds, but it's understandable because she doesn't like birds or anything. This girl turned around and says, I have a fear of baked beans. Mate, baked beans, come
Yeah.
on. Like Brussels sprouts, you understand, but baked beans.
That's
And
bizarre.
everybody's like, see the next day, we'll bring in a tin of baked beans and see what her reaction is.
Mm.
So we're trying to conduct our own like experiment.
I have a friend that is afraid of fish. Mackie, he's afraid of fish, and my brother-in-law David is afraid of birds. And me, it was rats. I was always afraid of rats. When I was like 4 or something, I was trying to get into the back garden, and there was this massive fucking rat in the back garden. It was huge, and just that was it. Sparked this fear of rats for years. And then fucking actually remember lying in bed one night with dad at I want to say P7 first year, right? And dad come up and goes, "There's a movie on TV. Do you want to go down and watch it?" I was like in bed, go down, fucking Critters, right? Go down and watch Critters, which essentially is about giant cannibalistic fucking space alien rats that get bigger when they eat people.
With the glam metal headhunters.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And yeah, fucking. Then he sends me to bed straight after the movie ends. I'm fucking terrified of rats, and like it's like right, go to bed.
Aye, the Critters.
Thanks, Dad.
We were me and Matthew, we love Pokemon.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
So how we got the Pokemon Go for the Switch, got the Pokeball and all. So I downloaded the app on my phone, so we could go out Pokemon hunting. It's really for me, like. But, we were walking down Newton Arts Road. That's where I'm from, and we're out doing Pokemon. It's kind of like a Pokestop. We're like walking past this shop, and a rat ran out here to be like a real life Pokemon. He's all like, "Where the?" And he jumped on my shoulder, so maybe you'll develop a fear of
Pokemon now.
or rats. It's kind of like this big dirty rat.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was like fucking. I don't know. It took me a long time to get over it. Like, and how I actually got over it was I worked in a bar in Lisburn, down the Royal. It's long gone now, and it was during the first season of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Mm-hmm.
So they did this I'm a Lunatic, Get Me Out of Here kind of promotional thing, and one of the ones was you had to do jigsaw puzzle with rats in a glass thing. So like you had to put your hand in, there were rats in the cage, and you had to do the jigsaw. So one came in with their pet rats, and I held them then, like, but it was like. It was sitting there in that situation. It's like, right, they're freaking me out. I'm not touching them. It's the one thing I won't touch. And then she was like, do you want to hold one? I was like, yep. Just put my hand out, like, just fucking do it, and held it. And it was like, yeah, all right, that's fine. It's not too bad. It was like literally just a tail thing, and that like association when it was, 4 that it was, like, but it was paralyzing. Like when I put my hand out, it was like, yep, but I couldn't move. Like I've had guinea pigs, I've had. Lizards of
but it was just it's always the tail thing.
That was just so weird.
My
like,
wife's the same.
Yeah.
We used to have a big ginger cat, Mindy, and we used to call her Mindor the Destroyer, because she's always like out hunting.
Okay.
And she got a big rat, and it killed it out the back, but had its tail.
Right.
So it's kind of like, okay. So I'm like trying to lift this thing with a shovel. And, please don't reanimate. Please don't reanimate. And scoop, but it was massive. Like, it's bigger than the cat. And she just had its tail. It was kind of like gross.
That's
Cats are mad.
Yeah, they are.
So they are. I've actually 2 cats. So I do. Big Maya the grey. She's gonna make her an Instagram cat model.
Yeah.
Every time I post a photo, everybody loves the grey. And then I've got the wee rat, Penny. She's a wee tux cat. 2 rescue cats. That's it. 2 cats. But if I had the chance, I would be the crazy cat dad. I would have loads of cats.
Same. I love them. I had 3 cats at one point there. I had Mr. Cat, which was essentially named by my 2-year-old niece, which is now 12, or 13 maybe. 13. I'm in trouble if my sister hears that, But yeah, so the cat's original name was Biscuit, but she just kept saying Cat, so I was like, we'll call him Mr. Cat. And then the next door neighbour had a cat called Gizmo, which I'm really fucking adverse to people naming their cats.
Was it black
Gizmo.
Colour?
No, it was ginger and white. But they got a Rottweiler, and then just decided they didn't want the cat anymore, so just stopped feeding the cat. So when I moved house, I was living with my sister, and I was moving in the flat, and we went up and got the cat, and he came out the front door, and I had the cat in a cat basket, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Stealing your cat." And he went, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm taking your cat." And he's like, "All right, okay." And I just walked off with the cat in the box. So we called him Almeida. And then we had Lenore, which was a wee tiny black cat that was a rescue one. And she was actually named after the comic book character Lenore. Do you know it?
Yeah,
the wee dead girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, named after her. So yeah, I had 3 cats at one point. Love them. They're great crack.
I know my Penny, the wee toxie, comes up and spoons me at night and kicks the wife. It's like, get away. That's right. And she spoons me and keeps me warm. But she always wakes me up because she always gets her nose, her wet nose, and sticks it on. She's like, I'm still here.
Yeah.
But see the grey one, she goes in, she's really close to my daughter. She's about the size of a staffy. So she
Okay.
is, yeah. I took her to the vet because she's a big cat and says, you need to put that cat on a diet. And I'm like, diet? So they give us this food that's supposed to reduce her weight. She was actually gaining weight.
Okay.
We actually found out that my daughter Evie was sneak feeding her chicken and all. So
Fuck's-
here's me, you know what, mate? Just live the fat life. Just
Yeah,
embrace it.
yeah.
No
Well,
point.
that's it. Cat obesity's on the rise, apparently. It's I've heard that cat obesity's on the
I
rise.
know, yeah.
We have Gregory Cat at the minute now. Gregory Cat, and he wakes you up licking your hand.
What kind of cat's he? What colour?
Just black and white, just
Right,
wee
yeah,
black and white
wee
cat.
fox cat,
Yeah, he's cool. But yeah, he just wakes you up and you're trying to sleep and he's licking you. And I've never been like my other cats never ever licked me, but this Greg just like you wake up and he's just licking your hand for ages, and it's you don't want to like it's rough, like a really rough tongue, but it's really satisfying to feel like, you know, as you're just lying there with a cat. But they're very calming, man. They're good.
They are,
Great
yeah.
wee animals, like. So they are, but he wants petted constantly, and especially when you're trying to sleep. It's like,
It's always, he picks his times.
yeah. So he's in the bed with me, like, and yeah, it's cool. All right, I think we're now talking about cats, no longer talking about mental health. So
But then cats do help. I find they help with me. As you say, they're common.
no, they are
Because
definitely.
anytime I actually do feel down, Maya would come over. It's like Saturday night. I was exhausted after working, and I was sitting down and she'd come over and just lay me night. I was just like stroking her, and it's just like calms me down.
Yeah, no, they're
So they are the consents. It's like
Yeah.
dogs as well. Dogs are great as well. I had a wee dog in there the other day in the studio. Buddy, it was actually Sarah, my makeup artist, wee dog, and he was great. I tried to get him to stand on his back legs, so I made like a contraption with a bamboo stick and a bit of, do you see my images? Boob tape. Well, it's
Okay,
actually
yeah.
nicknamed tit tape.
yeah, okay,
So I had red tit tape
okay,
round with a dog treat. He
okay,
just jumped up and swallowed it.
yeah.
So it didn't work.
No, they're
Um,
good.
Yeah.
No, cool. I actually used to live with a friend years ago, and he had a dog, and I was telling a story to somebody once, and so I had, when I lived with Matt years ago, I got a wee bit of sleep paralysis over a period, just like I only had about 3 or 4 times,
Mhm.
and what happened was the first time I woke up, my housemate was standing over me, and he goes, well, I was asleep, and my housemate was standing over me, and he's going, look, dude, there's a ghost, and I was like, fuck off, man, I'm trying to sleep, and then he's like, no, seriously, wake up, there's a ghost, and I woke up, tried to sit upright, and there was a figure standing at the bedroom door, and I actually thought it was my housemate, and then I realised that it wasn't actually him, and it just floated across the room and disappeared. So then the second time, I heard something rustling in the corner, and I sat up, and the figure was just sitting on the edge of the bed, like, and it looked round as if to say, I'm sorry I woke you up, but it disappeared instantly. It was kind of like just kind of seeing something from a dream, and then as I
Mhm.
realised I was awake, it kind of, you know, reality kicked in
Mhm.
again. So then I wake up this one time, and there's a redhead girl sitting facing the door, so I can just see the hair, and nothing else, no shoulders, just the fucking red hair just starting facing the door. And I immediately went, okay, this is sleep paralysis, or this is the ghost sort of thing, it'll disappear. But then as I became more and more awake, it didn't disappear, and it was right there at the fucking end of the bed, and then just turned its head, and it was the dog. The dog was sitting at the fucking end of the bed, but because I had seen like this ghost or whatever twice, and then this fucking third time I wake up and it's the dog was, I just like immediately thought, fuck, there's a ghost in my room, there's a fucking dog sitting there. But the fear that I
Mate,
felt,
your mind is a
you know,
mad place.
it
Like,
was
so
crazy.
is.
Like funny though, you know, it's looking back, it was like
I know, but I'm sure you.
in the time, like, you know, like cold sweat that just comes over you, like it's
I
like
know.
it was
I know,
proper fear, and
nightmare.
heart was in my throat, like. Yeah, but sleep paralysis, that's not fun, like.
No, but Morbid this year's, you know, as I say, we get back to talking the Morbid and about the wee headshots, you know. I was actually thinking about, you know, when I say about a headshot, you know, going to, you know, see how this goes with, you know, with a coffee and a headshot, and then upgrade it a wee bit where you can get a wee bit of makeup, a wee bit of special effects, and try and like,
Yeah,
you know, get people, as you say, with a guy like fear.
yeah.
Like to try and get like makeup on people, the you know, the kind of like to show mental health.
Yeah.
We're saying about the shoot, so I'm gonna actually see if we can get normal people, well, you know, that
Yeah.
suffer from,
Yeah.
and get them in. That's another wee idea we're going with. But this
You
year's
just-
going to be crazy for us because we're hopefully hitting World Tattoo Convention up at Lisburn
Yeah.
at the end of April.
It's in the Nikon Centre,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Okay.
I've actually did some work with Danielle. It's her and her husband and Stu. He's you know, they're all organising it. You know, they're really cool people, really big. You know, Danielle's really kicked me up the ass and really made me move on with Morbid. We're also hitting the Emerald Con up at South 13, up
Okay.
at Boucher.
Yeah.
And then we're hitting HorrorCon. If you love your horror, we were at it last year, and we were doing live makeup demos.
Okay.
We're giving away like vouchers and, you know, prints and all. But that there was awesome. And you know what? I actually got to meet one of my heroes. Do you know the wee man out of the Human Centipede too? The wee creepy dude.
I've never watched it actually.
Man, you need to watch the second one. Is this, you know, if you've ever watched the Human Centipede 2, the wee dude in it is really, really creepy. And he was there doing a meet and greet.
Okay.
And I got a selfie with him.
Oh, brilliant.
And it was all like, he's just like the way he is in the movie. You know, you get people that would get into character for the movie. No, this dude is creepy. But I was all like, oh, yeah, look here, I got a photo with it. And everyone was all like, he scares me.
Yeah.
No, but HorrorCon in where is that? What do you call hotel facing the limelight? Holiday Inn, is it?
No, it used to be the Holiday Inn. It changed now. It's Clayton. Clayton.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in there, and it's usually around the end of October. If you love your horror, make sure you head over to there.
I'll check that out. Yeah, definitely.
So it is. It's quality, and Emerald Con's going to be really good as well.
Yeah.
Van Majera's coming
Oh,
from
right.
Jackass. Yeah,
Okay.
I have a CKY VHS, the very first edition
Okay.
of it, so I'm going to get him to sign
It's
it.
fucked up. Do you ever watch Haggard? You ever watch the movie
No.
Haggard? You've never seen it?
No,
the
I've
whole
never
movie's
seen
on
it.
YouTube, man. Check it out. It's I think it's like the first thing that Bam and Ryan Dunn did. So it's kind of like they've written maybe like 30 minutes worth of script, but it's an hour and a half long movie.
I
And
think I have checked it out.
so they'll have a few stunts, and it has like, do you remember Hellboy and all, like
Yeah.
from Jackass and
Yeah.
stuff? It has them on it. So the premise is basically like Ryan's girlfriend breaks up with him, so he's a wee bit depressed from the relationship breakup, and you know, he's obsessed with his fucking, like, who are you seeing now? Who are you seeing? And it's like, oh, I started seeing this guy called Hellboy. He's on the phone there. And it's like, start seeing this guy called Hellboy, and it's like, what'd you and Hellboy do together? And it's like, it's none of your business, none of your business. Like, what'd you and Hellboy do together? And she just loses her shit. She's like, Hellboy fucking fingered me. He just like screams and fucking bolts down into the like shop or whatever, into the coffee shop where Bam is. And in the middle of this coffee shop, like all these people around, he just like screams like, dude, she got fingered. It's fucking hilarious. Like really, really funny
I
shit.
always
Like,
loved Dirty Sanchez. They were always my favourite.
a friend was into them. I never
I
watched
loved
it.
Dirty Sanchez.
I never watched it because it was always on a Friday night. So and I was working bars, so I always missed
Right,
it. Like
yeah,
you know, so
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that'll be cool. The Emerald thing.
Yeah.
My friend actually, you're saying about meet and greets. I drew a picture from my mate Archer a while ago. Massive Bruce Campbell fan. I was just saying. So I drew a picture of him holding up just a regular saw, and somebody had said once he kind of looks a wee bit like Bruce Campbell. So I was just to take the piss out of him. It's like, you're broke ass Bruce Campbell. So I drew this picture of him in a blue shirt, holding a saw, and then turned out that his wife had got him tickets for the zombie Walking Dead kind of. It's like a Comic Con, but it was in London there. So like the Walker Fest or something, I think it's called. So he went over. Bruce Campbell was at it, and he was doing this meet and greet with Bruce Campbell. And he went over and got the picture I drew of him signed.
Okay.
So it was like it was cool. But Michael's like our Archer. He's like really socially anxious, you know. Like so I was totally expecting this like absolute mess of an exchange with the two of them, and Rachel videoed it, and yeah, it was so calm and collected. It was like you meeting your hero, and you're actually, you know, fucking like. And he's really on the whole like, Bruce Campbell shook my hand. He didn't shake anybody else's hand, but he
And
shook
not
my
motion
hand. Yeah, yeah, basically, yeah. All right, so we're nearly at an hour, man. So I think, and then you've somewhere to be, don't you? So,
Dad duties.
dad duties, indeed. Morbid headshot. Where is it again?
It's my wee headshot in a coffee morning. It runs between 10 and 12, and it's 377 Woodstock Road. It's just in the wee bistro, Piccola Parma. My studio's just above it, but they do the best coffee ever. Seriously, I'm like a coffee snob, and that's the only place where I would drink coffee. That's when you offered me that.
Yeah, all right.
The Nero was like, no, I'm not drinking that. I'm only joking. No, but definitely if you're, if you ever fancy a chat, or or even just to come and have a listening ear, I'm there. As I say, Monday. There's no judgment. There's nothing. You can come, just be yourself. Like, know what I mean? You won't meet anybody that's batshit crazier than me. Even ask most of the models that I've worked with. I'm only kidding, by the way. I'm not. No, but yeah, come along. As I say, I'll even buy you a bun. As I say, they have gluten-free stuff, and also they cater for everyone, not just coffee. As I say, vegans and all are welcome.
Yep, cool. Shannon will be happy with that. There, one of our artists, she's vegan, and she's always complaining that there's nowhere for her to eat. So
seriously,
might-
it's cool. They do all like if you've got allergies and stuff, they have all the different
cool.
I don't know, like almond milk and
Yeah, okay, yeah.
cool. I've actually got into drinking hazelnut kind.
Yeah, the
in my
hazelnut
coffee.
milk's nice.
Yeah,
Hazelnut
it's
milk's-
the innocent one.
Okay.
I was in Tesco's because I found whenever I was drinking milk,
Okay.
it was actually I actually found that it actually made my mood a wee bit.
Okay.
But ever since I've started drinking that,
Well, they pump a lot of hormones and stuff in the
yeah,
milk.
well,
and
you know what I
stuff,
mean. It
so
is like for calves, so
yeah, well, it's growth fuel for calves. Like, so you're not really supposed to be drinking that anyway.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's like 75% of the world is actually lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And then hemp milk. Hemp milk's nice.
No,
If you've
I've never ever tried that.
Tesco's used to do hemp milk, and it's great because it actually tastes like regular milk, which I actually liked. But it's not the same consistency. It's a wee bit.
Yeah, because sometimes you put hazelnut milk in, it can kind of like go like still black.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, I want a wee bit more later than that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but it's good to mix things up. So as I say, if you're stuck for something to do on a Monday between 10 and 12, head over and see me, and get a wee headshot taken and a cup of coffee.
Definitely. Sounds good, man.
And if anybody wants to check out my work, it's Morbid Pixels on Facebook and Instagram.
Do you have a website as well, or are you just?
No, just Facebook at the minute.
Yeah.
I've got a website for my other one, so I'm just testing. As I say, Instagram is fantastic for artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the minute there's no real call for a Morbid website, but hopefully down the line, I will, because I'm hoping that, they actually, as I say, make our own stuff, get our t-shirts sorted, sell our prints and stuff. So, once that happens, the website will be up and running.
Yeah.
And you can actually book Morbid photo shoots and all through it. I'm working on a different packages at the minute, because I used to just start off with like a bog standard, where I feel if I give somebody like 3 choices,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
it makes it easier,
Yeah.
rather than just go, well, it's a custom shoot. You have to tell me where somebody can go on and say, right, package 1, 2, 3 is,
Well, yeah, no, it's
bloody beauty shot, or
people. I think when it comes to buying stuff, people like to have. They want a certain amount of decision making, but they want it to be simple.
yeah.
So it's actually a big issue with tattoos. It's like when people ask you, how much is a tattoo? You can't just turn around and say, well, I have a package deal. So you have to there's a thought process that goes into it, because you don't know how long it's going to take,
Mhm.
and how whether they can. 'Cause if they can sit for a whole day, then you'll do it. It could be cheaper, because you can get it all done in one go, and you're not having to go through the whole setup process again, which obviously adds cost to it.
When did you start
Tattooing, I only started, believe it or not, in July was my first tattoo there. Yeah, this year.
What was it?
My friend Andy is a massive Japanese wrestler fan.
Right.
So it's the logo from one of the Japanese wrestlers,
Good.
and it's an R, a letter R. So that was the first one. My second one was the Norse compass, the Viking
I have
compass.
that on my calf.
Do you?
Yeah, 'cause I have a Norse half sleeve.
Okay.
So I do have Odin, and then I've got my Mjolnir in there, and you know. But I'm gonna get round the water goddess down the bottom of my arm to keep the, because there's like waves and all here.
Okay,
To keep
okay.
it the marine. Like.
I'm actually of a guy in tomorrow, and he's getting what is it, Mjolnir or the Thor's hammer? What's
Yeah.
it? How's it pronounced?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. He's getting it. He's already got most of it done, but he tapped out because it was in his bicep. So it's a pretty shitty area to get tattooed. Like, to be
Yeah.
fair. So I did like a comic booky version of it in his bicep. So he's in tomorrow to get it
Right.
finished. So looking forward to that. But yeah, the tattooing, like, it's definitely different, you know.
Yeah, I've got a blank canvas on this arm, so
Yeah.
I'm going over to Tom Craig. He's going to start my hardest sleeve.
Very good. Very
So it
good.
is. So I'm starting off with Halloween.
Okay.
It's like an outline of when Michael Myers is in the clown outfit when he's a. So it's an outline out there.
Okay.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, and then Michael Myers and the knife and stuff. So
Very cool. Very
yeah,
cool.
so I'm starting off with that, and then hopefully lead on to Leatherface and try and get one done. If no, all my childhood favourites.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm doing the same.
it's really weird going like horror childhood favourites. Like,
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to.
we're
Like,
crazy now because see, if kids now were to go back to whenever I was a kid and watch what we watched, like it was some,
Well, here-
like people were even bitching about Watership Down now, and I remember
that
watching
shit was
it,
fucking scary.
and
but
it was
that's-
like kind of like crippled you.
yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
rabbits' hairs getting tore up, and then that Art Garfunkel song just crippled you.
Yeah,
It's all like,
that's it, man. Definitely. It's funny you say that actually because the girl I work with in the bar, she sat with her daughter recently to watch The Labyrinth with David Bowie.
love it.
Scared the shit out of her. So it did. Fucking amazing movie.
I'd love to get them to watch The Dark Crystal and
I
Legend.
know, right? Legend, man, is such a good fucking
And
movie.
see if you love Legend, right? There's this here photography place over in Kent.
Okay.
It's run by Rick Jones. I've actually got friendly with him. His work is sublime. He is like the godfather of horror photography.
Okay. I'll check him out.
His page is called Horrify Me. He's not on Facebook anymore because he kept getting reported, and he had to censor his work. He's on Twitter and Instagram. Go and check out the devil he done from Legend. Man,
Cool stuff.
his work is unreal. Like,
Okay,
So
cool,
it is.
cool. Definitely check that out.
yeah.
Yeah, Legend. Definitely. Fuck, man. I remember like when
Man, the unicorn in the swamp.
I know what's his name. What was the other one actually? The Atreyu, was it? Never Ending Story. Like
Yeah.
the wolf shit and that there. Like that was fucking when the horse is stuck in the swamp in it as well. It's pretty grim. But Legend when I can't believe I forgot his name right now. From Rocky Horror as well. Jim Curry. He's
Tim
Tim
Curry.
Curry. Who plays the devil in it, like, or Darkness, when he steps out of the mirror, like, it's fucking crazy.
Even his
like,
it
yeah.
was fantastic. I haven't actually watched any yet,
No, I haven't checked
so
it out
because
either.
I just can't. Now I watched the remake of The Evil Dead, and kind of like it took me a few watches to actually kind of enjoy it.
My
but-
mate fucking hates it, because he's a massive,
So
like,
am I,
yeah.
because the effects in the original Evil Dead like is awesome. Like it's big crappy arm coming out and getting them, and
Yep.
but it's just Bruce in them just makes it.
Oh yeah,
Army of
100%.
Darkness, seeing that come out, it was awesome as well.
Yeah.
Boomstick.
I have a comic book there. It's Ash versus Marvel Zombies.
Right?
Or Army of... So,
Yeah.
like, did you ever check the Marvel Zombies comic site? No?
No.
No, so basically, the premises is I think it's like the Fantastic Four kind of go into like an alternate, open a wormhole or something in an alternate universe, and then they infect everybody with all the superheroes with a zombie virus. But they did a spin off where it was Ash versus or Army of Darkness versus the Marvel Zombies, and he just comes into this fucking like he's just got his boomstick and his fucking chainsaw or whatever, and he's just taking out all the fucking superheroes. it's fucking awesome. Like, but there's a bit in it where the Punisher's like, get behind me, I'll handle this shit, and starts fucking trying to like, play Ash down,
Mhm.
and the Punisher just gets wiped out, and Ash is just standing there fucking taking out Iron Man and taking out Wolverine and stuff. It's a really, really good fucking really good read, like. So yeah, but check it out. Yeah, all right. Well, I think that'll do us, man.
No bother. It was
'Cause
great talking to
yeah,
you.
you too. Again, thank you very much
Yeah.
for coming on.
Yeah, it's good to get a wee bit of what I do out there and what my wee Monday mornings are about. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
good.
definitely. I'll maybe come along, man. Check it out.
Definitely,
Like,
sure. I might even give you a wee Morbid makeover, get it
yeah.
videoed and all. No, you don't like getting your.
Well, yeah, no, it'll be interesting. No worries. Well, that'll do. I'll wrap it up and I'll put up a few details in the post. This isn't going to go out for about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
no
That's
worries.
cool, man.
All right. Take it
Good
easy.
talking to you.
Yeah.